Tina Mitchell here with your Money Chat. If the mortgage market was an 80s hit single, You Spin Me Around Like a Record would be topping the charts. Could help be on its way for mortgage bonds? Well, mortgage bonds appears to have found the bottom after a capulation-like move lower on Monday and have a two-day rally so far, which is something that we haven't seen for quite some time. In a game of chicken, inflation is driving a semi-truck barreling towards the entire world's pocketbook, and the UK was the first to yank the wheel to avert an head-on collision. What that looked like was an immediate reintroduction of Bank of England purchasing long-dated bonds beginning in October. This was off the heels of a 10-year briefing breaking through 4%. Now, the market response was immediate and about face as the 10-year yields have now fallen all the way back to 3.8%. If the U.S. continues to see this volatility and violence in the bonds moving, they may not get very far with QT, and let alone much more with rate hikes. Now, Apartment List released their October national rent report, and it showed that a 0.2% drop in rents this month, which is the first decline this year. The timing of this is a slight dip in the rents are consistent with the season's trend that was typical before the pre-pandemic years. Rents are now up 7.5% year over year. New home sales, which measure signed contracts and new homes, rose 29% at a 685,000 unit analyzed pace, which was much stronger than the 6% decline expected. There was also a positive revision to the July reading. When taking this into account, sales are up 345 from the original reported number. Sales are now flat on a year-over-year basis, which is a big improvement from the 30% in the previous report. Inventory was a big part of this game. And with not many existing homes for sale and homeowners not wishing to sell their homes for a much higher interest rate, buyers are flooding to the new home market. There were 461,000 homes for sale at the end of August, but only 49,000 or 10.5% are actually completed. At the current pace of sales, there is a 8.1 months supply. But when you're factoring in the amount of completed homes, the month supply is less than 1 month. Now, pending home sales, which measures signed contracts on existing homes, fell 2% in August, which was in line with expectations. Sales are now down 24% year over year. Mortgage bonds appear to have found a bottom, at least for now. The Mortgage Banker Association released their mortgage application data last week, showing that purchases fell 0.4% last week and are down 29% year to date. Interest rates moved higher from 6.25% to 6.52% and are roughly 3.5% higher than this time last year. Every 1% increase in interest rates is a drop of buying power by 10%. Refinances decreased by 10.9% and are now down 84% year over year. The National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun sees mortgage rates rising to near 7%, but when inflation comes down, mortgage rates will begin to improve. I believe that this is possible, and I think that come November, when we receive the October inflation data, inflation will begin to drop more significantly. Yoon also believes that home prices will finish the year up 10% and that sales will pick up a bit in the fourth quarter. If we borrow from Newton's law, what goes down must come up. Although this is in mortgage rate ascent, has felt like it's been strapped to a pair of rockets aimed towards Pluto. Do we even acknowledge that planet? The question is if things has any reserve in the tank, or if we're going to begin to fall back into orbit. Tina Mitchell, and that is your Money Chat. Coming up